For an Ontario player, it's simply raining goals. We're going behind the scenes to talk with one team's athletic trainer and take a look at how players prepare for a game. And it's teddy bear time. Teams around the league do their part to help kids who can use some toys. We'll look at two of the teams and see some happy youngsters. That's all next on today's ECHL Week. Happy New Year and welcome to ECHL Week. Since the season started in mid-October, the Ontario Reign have been setting the pace in the Western Conference. The Reign have lost just 5 of their first 33 games in regulation time, and to put an exclamation point on this season, one Ontario player has accomplished something no one else on the Reign has ever done: score 5 goals in a game. Let's watch this rare and amazing achievement. Here's Ian Tasso to describe Kyle Kramer's big night in Las Vegas.
Outside of the circle, nice move by Kyle Kramer, and he goes right in on net and scores. Kramer beat Bryce Reddick up against the wall, went right on net and made a move. Looking for an option here as he's shadowed by John Armstrong. To the point, hard shot in front, loose puck, save made, rebound, and they score. Kyle Kramer, his second goal of the game, and it's already 2-0 Ontario. Kramer's already got 2 goals tonight, looking for more. Register, down low, back up to Register from Lamoureux. Kramer scores from inside the circle. And it's 3-1 Ontario, a hat trick for Kyle Kramer. 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. For Register once more. Down low, it's Kopitar. Register, White. As they tic-tac-toe once again. Down low for Lamoureux. Save Merton, tipped up and in. And it's Kyle Kramer with his 4th goal of the night. What a night for Kyle Kramer. And it's Armstrong now. Pulls it out in the slot, shooting, but it's blocked as Irwin had a great look there. Fanucci knocks it down, flipped the length of the ice. Is it on net? It is. So Kyle Kramer with the empty netter. That sets an Ontario Reign record with 5 goals in a game. And it was the Kyle Kramer show tonight.
One of those nights where everything's going in. I honestly can't give an answer. The puck was fine at eyes, and like I said, it comes with it's luck.
Usually on ECHL Week, we feature one game from each conference. But today, we have a treat because we have a rare interconference matchup. Utah, playing in its first ever game in an Eastern Conference city, battles Orlando, a team which finds itself well in the running for a playoff spot. Although these teams haven't played since they were both in the old International League, you wouldn't know it. Here's Bob Mills to describe the action on the iHeart Solar Bears broadcast network.
Far side of the ice surface. Slater back to the blue line. Anilowski shot tipped in front. They score. Murovich getting a piece of it. Tyler Murovich with the goal for the Solar Bears. He's trying to go after his man, and Paquette trying to duck down and turtle up now. The whole team is going to get into it. The bench of the Grizzlies getting involved. One of the players on the Grizzlies bench at the back of one of the Solar Bears jerseys. And everybody on the ice is involved with this one. Gillies and Paquette were the 2 who really got it all started, and this has been coming for a few minutes. Slater still trying to find a way to get inside. Paquette standing on the outside here. Slater looking for an opening. Paquette reaches in. Slater backs off. Now they'll lock up. Slater ducks down underneath the punch, tries to come up with a right. Then a body shot from Slater. He'll take a couple of right hands. Slater trying to get his arm free. Grabs the jersey of Danik Paquette as he has the top of Slater's shoulder. Slater gets a right hand free for another good body shot, then gives another good uppercut. Slater pounding away. Paquette comes over the top. Slater ducks underneath it. Paquette trying to get a few left hand jabs in, and now both players will tumble down to the ice. Anilowski whipped around the boards off to the right wing side. Down for Auban. Behind the cage, it'll be knocked free. Here's Anilowski racing over to the near corner. Up the wall, chops away. Valorani winds, fires, and scores with traffic in front from Michael Pellick. Not a whole lot you could expect your goaltender Christopher Gibson to do on that one. Around the boards, Mangan controls. He'll handle it back to the line, top of the circle, now in down low. Pellick right back up top to Mangan. Now it's Lee, top of the slot. Looking for a shooting lane, being watched closely by Catanacci. Now onto the right wing side. Wrister, they score. Phil Mangan, the shot off the right side, able to slip it by Christopher Gibson, and the Grizzlies gather up their first lead of the game, 2-1. First one to it was Eric Beyer, up for Ulrich, left it for Mickey Lang, winds, Beyer scores! Lang off the right side, picks the top corner, and we're tied at 2. KJAW Band recovers at the bottom of the left wing circle. Up top to the blue line for Mangan. Walk down, winds, fires, scores. Phil Mangan, the drive from the top of the slot, able to sneak it inside the goalpost, and the Grizzlies will take the extra point over the Solar Bears.
All right, everybody, time now for tonight's weather update.
We'll go around the league and catch up with what's going on. Still to come on ECHL Week.
Are you paying too much with your current payroll company? Are you concerned about how Obamacare could affect your business? If you're interested in a better, more cost-effective solution, Einstein HR is the answer. No more stressing out about Obamacare and the new regulations. No more worrying about being in compliance. No more overpriced payroll services. Let Einstein HR get you back to the business of doing business instead of spending needless hours and frustration taking care of details that add nothing to your bottom line. We provide a first-class payroll and HR services with superior customer service. Call Einstein HR today.
We need a claim number?
When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving. We're here to help.
It's time for a quick look at some of the news and activity going on around the league. Greenville and Toledo have swapped forwards. The Road Warriors have obtained Scott Arnold from the Walleye for Brett Perlini. Arnold, a former Gwinnett Gladiator, ranked 5th on Toledo with 12 points this season. Perlini, a 7th-round NHL draft choice in 2010, played half of last season in Bakersfield before starting this year in Greenville. Cincinnati has acquired forward Jeremy Malois from Gwinnett. The move completes an earlier deal for forward Mike Embach. Malois, a first-year pro, had a goal and 6 assists in 30 games with the Gladiators. Embach has since been traded to Fort Wayne. Cincinnati had the largest crowd of this year in the ECHL, over 13,000, to see the Cyclones win over Reading on January 4th. Among the promotions that night was the team's annual Teddy Bear Toss. We'll talk a bit more about Teddy Bears later in the show. Utah's Chris Hogg has been suspended for 14 games as a result of his actions in a game at Alaska on December 21st. In the third period, Hogg delivered a two-handed slash to the head of Brendan Connolly while trying to prevent a scoring opportunity. Connolly suffered face and mouth injuries. Hogg will be eligible to return to action on January 24th. And a recent promotion by the Thunder had kids taking over Stockton Arena for a game. Kids Club members shadowed adult arena employees while they were doing their jobs. After the game, the Thunder allowed kids and their parents on the ice to paint. 845 fans took part, showcasing their artwork and painting alongside some Thunder players. The paint was sealed, and later in the week, Stockton then became the first team anywhere to play on ice covered by its fans' artwork. So what happened in that game? Did the colorful ice make a difference? Let's listen to Caleb Lamb and Brandon Kisker provide the details of the Thunder's game against San Francisco on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
Lee Baldwin runs into him, forces him to the end boards, loose puck. Now it's underneath a couple players. Finley comes up with it to Sevchenko. Backdoor pass. Oh, what a save, Foster! But the rebound put in by who else but Tyler Grawn. The San Francisco forward puts one in off the pipe on the rebound chance, and it's his 16th goal of the season in just his 29th game of the year.
As his momentum was carrying him outside of the net, and he couldn't recover for the opportunity that came right back onto Tyler Grawn's sticks.
To Matt Berglund, spins away from pressure. At the circle, fakes an exchange, finds room, a shot, he scores! Matt Berglund ties the game at 1.
But credit Lee Baldwin too, because it was him going in that gave Berglund the space, and he ties it up at the end of the period. And as we say, those ones at the ends of periods are killers.
Big momentum change for the Thunder. Off the faceoff at the far side, Mark Lee wins it. It's kept in at the far point. Tarasuk walks it straight away at the blue line. Looks for room, goes to Sevchenko, unwinds and scores.
And the problem's going to be that they have a minute 5 still of 5-on-3 penalty time.
Morrison goes over far side to Ouellette. Under pressure from Dahlhusen. Back to Tarasuk, pass down low into the high slot area. Left off for Tarasuk, no room for a shot though. Goes back to Sevchenko, uncorks one, he scores!
And that's just another example of what penalties can do if you pick them up one by one. It was a tough stretch there, and we knew that it was going to be a very, very difficult stretch for the Thunder to get out of completely, but to allow those 2 goals is very difficult. Now they have a lot of work to do.
Place where they've already beaten the Bulls once this year. Off the draw, back to Olszewski, scores!
And a nice clean face-off win there for the Thunder, and a beautiful goal there by Olszewski as this one, he brings the Thunder within 1, 3-2 the score, Bulls the lead, but the Thunder just struck with 5:56 to go here in the third period.
Referee linesman on the far side calms things down. Stephen Walsh drops the puck, we're underway. Puck goes to the far side, a tie-up. Loose puck comes to the slot area. Bulls clear it ahead. Falls for Dean Ouellette. Skates in, pass in front, and they score. Tyler Grawn. And an easy passing play up ice for the Bulls to cap this one off.
We'll meet a team's athletic trainer and watch him at work. Plus, a first look at a uniform that's still a year away from being worn. Next on ECHL Week.
We are proud to bring our 2015 All-Star Game to the City of Orlando and the Amway Center. I am sure, given the many local attractions, the outstanding arena, we will have a record number of fans, sponsors, league partners, as well as NHL and American Hockey League representatives want to attend this event in 2015.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Hi, this is Kyle Rogers.
And Phil Reskovic.
Of the Toledo Walleye, and you're watching the ECHL Week.
On today's Behind the Scenes segment, we've got an ECHL Week exclusive. A look at the training room and dressing room of the Elmira Jackals as they get ready for a game. Every team has a similar setup, and you're now going to get a real sense of a pregame routine. Let's meet Jackals' first-year athletic trainer, Howard DeBergia, and then accompany him on a tour.
Born and raised actually in Maine, actually, so being in upstate New York is kind of almost like a home away from home. Everything's kind of, it's always cold. What got me into hockey in the first place was actually while I was in school at the University of New England. It's a small school in Maine, like I said before. I worked for the Pirates, and that kind of swung me into hockey, got me involved in it, and I knew it was what I wanted to do. Kind of the big things as far as treatment-wise, we have kind of our hot and cold station over here. As far as we have like the Hydrock here, which is the heat packs, nice and hot and toasty. Then we actually have a little bit of a paraffin bath here with a little wax in there, so that way guys, if they want to warm up their hands before a game, or it's a great moisturizer too. And then we also have our ice here as well, which is nice to have. Treatment tables here, do a lot of stretching and stuff like that out on them. Obviously treatment. Got our, what I like to call our 1970s stim machine, still working, still kicking, still working better than most of the ones they have at the hospital. So we take good care of it, and we travel with her, and she still does what we need her to do, so I'm happy with it. We have the bikes over here behind you, over here. A lot of guys, what ends up happening, because space is at a premium here, we actually have most of the guys doing a lot of their warming up and working out actually in this room. So you'll see it during game time. There'll be almost a slew of about 5 or 6 different players down on the ground rolling out or doing whatever they need to do to warm up. And then some workouts and stuff like that, if the guys want to do them. We have them up here. They just take the little clip, take out their card, do it, and then just put them all back when they're done, which is nice to have. A lot of the rehab equipment here, as far as like your rollers, a couple of cross balls taped together for some thoracic spine stuff, some stretching bands, jump rope, and then we also have the one thing that every single team needs is a soccer ball, just because the guys love to play two-touch before. And then a little agility ladder, and we actually have a speed parachute that Ottawa was nice enough to loan out to us. On game days, we have all this kind of stuff here by the coffee machine with the bars and any of the energy goos and some of the protein and stuff like that. And then over here we have what I like to call the Cadillac of hot tubs, just because it's probably one of the few places I've been we actually had a full-on two-person hot tub and not just another one of these kicking around, which is nice to have. It's a little trouble to maintain, but she does what we need her to do, and she's great. And that, and jets are pretty good too. Here, cold tub, just so they have the ability to do, if they want to do a contrast bath, they can. It is known as a developmental league for players, but for us, it's kind of our first steps, kind of getting into the realm. I mean, we always kind of joke around that, you know, everybody's always looking to get their call up to the next league up, and even comes from a staff perspective. You learn how to be, especially down here, you learn how to be resourceful and how to use what you have in front of you and kind of work to kind of figure out different ways. You don't always need a name brand in order to get the job done, and you learn how to figure out different kind of little tricks, and then once you develop the skills that you need, you then hopefully you try to move up to the next level is kind of the goal. But it's good for everyone involved. Like, everybody gets a good experience here, and we all, you know, kind of learn the whole business in a whole. And it's nice because, you know, sometimes the resources are a little bit lower, at least from like having, like, say, assistants or stuff like that. But at the same time, you learn to appreciate some of the little things that kind of make the whole operation work as a whole. And I think that gives you a better perspective for when you move up into the next level. And then as we come back through here, find the locker room. We kind of did a little bit of renovating last year. We actually were able to put a cornerstone and kind of corner them off, and all it cost us was about $200 in wood. So we had one of the local arena guys help us out. It kind of has our little players of the game pucks for all of our wings taped up here on the wall. For whenever we win a game, we take the puck and label it, and or start the game is for us. And then a little playoff tree for when playoff time comes running around. Guys grab their sticks as they go out. Open the door. And then just a little sneak down the hallway, and then out the Zamboni doors, and you're on the ice. It's when you help when a guy gets hurt and you see him, you take him through kind of the steps through recovery, and then you get him to the point where he returns to play, and, like, say if he scores a goal or something like that, it's kind of the most rewarding thing, because you know you've done your job, and you've done your job pretty well. That's always the kind of the hope. You work hard to get the guys healthy so that way they can perform, and that's really rewarding, and it's nice to see them happy, of course, after, you know, they go through this whole process of, you know, they're upset because they're hurt and they can't play, and you start to get them back, and you start getting their confidence back a little bit, and then they start turning it on. It's good to see. And the other part of it that I find rewarding is when we're all kind of like a little network here with all the equipment managers and the athletic trainers here between the two teams, and you make a lot of friends, and it's nice, you do whatever you can to help each other out, and it's nice to, whenever one of them says thank you, it's one of those things that you've at least helped them or made an impact for them, and you've done something enough that they are appreciative, and that's helpful too.
What will the best dressed All-Stars be wearing next January? Plus, a couple of teams make many children very happy. That's coming up on ECHL Week.
25 years of great moments. More than 500 players graduated to the NHL. Don't miss the next time hockey history is made. Watch all ECHL games on AmericaOneSports.com. Live or on demand, at home or on your mobile device. Log in at AmericaOneSports.com to check out your favorite team. The official broadband broadcast of ECHL is AmericaOneSports.com.
The Orlando Solar Bears have announced the winner of the 2015 ECHL All-Star Jersey Design Contest. The jersey will be worn by the ECHL All-Stars during the All-Star Game on January 21, 2015 at the Amway Center. The winning jersey was designed by Jordan Roberts and received 45% of the over 1,500 votes cast on the Solar Bears website. For his efforts, Roberts will receive a game-worn jersey following the game next year. The Solar Bears All-Star jerseys will be unveiled at a later date. You've likely heard about teddy bear tosses. You bring a stuffed toy, like this one, to a designated game, and when your team scores its first goal, you let your bear fly. All the toys are gathered and given to children who otherwise wouldn't have one. Practically every team does this, but in the collection area, no team in the ECHL does it better than the Bakersfield Condors. Just 33 seconds into their teddy bear game this year, the crowd of about 8,400 people tossed 7,477 stuffed animals. But today, we're also going to show you the next phase, giving some of the toys away. The Kalamazoo Wings are stepping forward to handle that part of the process. First, though, let's listen to Ryan Holt and Kevin Bartle with the play-by-play of the toy toss in Condors Town.
The backhand, it comes all the way up the left half wall. Cunningham, wrist shot, knocked down in front by Martin. We're underway here. Kessie shot, he scores! You have to be kidding me! 33 seconds in. Forget Condors unleashed, the Bears have been unleashed. 33 seconds in, Kel Kessie. The quickest goal in Condors teddy bear history. Shaver just did a full-on dive into a giant pile of teddy bears. Bears are flying everywhere. I think I just had the greatest throw of my teddy bear toss career.
Number 25, Kel Kessie.
It's very sweet. We get so dogged down with medical stuff and trying to take care of their pain if a child has pain. To have even Santa or the K-Wings come and just offer the prayer and just the nice touch and a smile, it's very heartwarming.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything we can do to help is great.
It's tough to explain. We try and do as much as we can for the community, and since I got here my first year, we've been able to build a a strong relationship here with the people at Bronson, the Children's Hospital, and as long as the kids seem to enjoy us coming, then anything we can do to help brighten their day.
That wraps up today's ECHL Week program. Thanks for joining us, and feel free to email us. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next time. Until then, make it a good week. Make it an ECHL Week.